Hey ladies, Makeup 101. After priming and prepping your face for makeup, now you want to start using your foundation and your concealer. Today I am using MAC Studio Fix Fluid with SPF 15. My number is NC42. What you want to do with liquid makeup, and I'll probably do others with powder and things of that sort. Stippling brush, great for liquid foundation. So if you can find a makeup brush that looks very, very similar to this for makeup, for liquid makeup, get that. Absolutely wonderful for it. But there are other brushes. Just experiment, like I used to do. Experiment with different brushes to see what works for you. If you buy a lip brush, for example, you can use a lip brush for whatever you feel like it'll work for you for. That's what I found out. Like, no matter what kind of what the package says that the brush is for, you can use it for whatever works for you. So if I have a blush brush and it just so happens to work wonderful as far as like putting on foundation like this, I'll use it. Whatever works for me. So what I did first was I just stapled it on to get it all over the face. All over the face. And then I swirl it in. You want to get down past your neck as far as possible, because I don't like to see ladies with makeup stopping right here and it's a different color. So you want to like get down, get into those ears, definitely get into those hairlines. So I suggest that you do your makeup before you do your hair. You want to definitely blend that makeup, don't have a line around your face. So blend that makeup all over. Once you have your liquid makeup on, and I'm not doing it as much as I usually put it on, I can do 2 coats of this easily and be happy. Absolutely happy with it. You want to get a concealer wherever you want to conceal. I usually conceal under my eyes, and you want to get a concealer that's 1 or 2 shades lighter than your foundation color. So I'm going to use the smallest brush as possible and pat that all the way down, almost to like a kind of sort of like a triangle. I have freckles on one side of my face, so I'm going to go kind of heavy on this side just to make sure those freckles don't show, because it looks like I have a black eye when I don't have makeup on because freckles are on one side. I'm going to use something close to my skin tone to kind of like conceal that pimple. But under my eyes, bridge of your nose, up this area right here is where you would want to put a lighter concealer or even a lighter foundation, but something that covers, has heavy coverage. The difference between foundation and concealer is foundation is gives you an even tone all over your face, but it doesn't cover stuff like concealer does. Concealer is heavier and it covers stuff. But what you definitely don't want to do, you don't want to rub it, because you're going to rub the product into your face. So you want to pat it on so the concealer works like it's supposed to work and sit on top of whatever it is that you're trying to conceal. Pat it on. If you want to get a sponge and wet it just a little bit and pat it on. You know, the little makeup wedge sponge. You can use those. You want to pat. Definitely get into or on the eye. Just want this area to be bright and happy. So you're going to pat. Don't want to rub it in. You don't want to rub it away like lotion. Just want to pat it. Then you want to get a translucent powder. If you go to your beauty supply store or drugstore, they have translucent powders. It's just, if you're using liquid foundation, you want to take out that shine in it, and you want to have a finished matte look to your face. But what I'm going to use today, which is also good, Mineralized Skin Finish Naturals by MAC. And this one is in medium plus. I'm also using a larger stippling brush to put that powder on, just lightly. This does have a little color. Okay, like for instance, how my concealer is so much lighter than my makeup, my foundation. Okay, let me say this because I'm not prepared. I didn't write anything down. I'm just freestyling this. If you're going to use a foundation and that's all you need to use, you don't necessarily need to use a concealer. You can use a colored powder by MAC. The Skin Finish Naturals are lighter than the actual Studio Fix powder. So if you want to use the Studio Fix powder over it and you really want coverage, use a kabuki brush. Kabuki brushes they look like this. They can be found at your drugstore. And that puts the color on absolutely wonderful for me. Now again, use that brush and get all up in your ears, all down your neck. You want to blend it on down. You don't want to be two different colors. And then you're ready for contouring and highlighting, and that's in the next video. So post whatever questions, concerns, or anything like that that I need to do or I left out or you have questions about, I'll try and make that video. So for like powder foundations or something like that, I'm going to do it with a powder and like just concealer and then a powder over it. But I'm going to do different videos. But anything that you think I've missed or should be doing, let me know. Bye ladies, to the next video.